Hi guys, welcome back to the Comms Partner Tech Talk. We're back with the Poly Studio P15. Some of you guys know we did a review on the P5, one of the new products from Poly. It's been out for quite some time, but we've been waiting for a bit of time to get the stock availability at the moment. Thanks to COVID, it's a bit of a problem, so it's always good to get our hands on the product finally, so we can actually test it and see it for ourselves before we sell it to our clients. There's just so many products on the market these days. If you don't test it, you don't know what you've got. So what's the P15 used for? The P stands for private or personal use, and because everyone's working from home these days, this is quite a good solution. It's an upgrade from a traditional webcam like the P5 that we showed you guys before. If you haven't seen that video, just click on the link here and you'll be able to get to it. I haven't seen this unit at all again, so this is the first time I'm actually unboxing it. So I don't even know what's included in this box. So I'm going to just move this to the side. Not too heavy. Similar design to the normal Poly Studio video bar, the collaboration bar, which we normally install in boardrooms. Typically used for a meeting room that's about 7 to 9 people maximum. I wouldn't really go more than that, where this little unit here is for your home use, or can be used in the executive's office if they really wanted something on a desk. I wouldn't put this in a meeting space in the room unless it's no more than 2 people. It's kind of designed for that. It's not really that deep. All the connections here at the bottom, so again, cable management is going to be a bit of a problem if you're going to try and install this against the wall. So it does include, which I haven't seen yet, a bracket that mounts to the bottom here, so you can actually clip it over a monitor. I am a bit concerned about the size because this is a fairly heavy unit, so a normal PC monitor, I want to see if this is actually going to be able to hold it. I think it might be a problem, but let's have a look at it. If I can remember, with the Studio, we can actually clip the front off here, so we can actually see what's inside the unit itself. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got a speaker driver here. We've got the camera. Can't pick up where the microphone is, which I'm going to assume are these little units here, but I can't really pick it up. So yeah, it's somewhere. I would assume it's the units there. Yeah, it's quite straightforward. Okay, so again, it's a sound bar, it's a camera and a microphone all built into one little unit. So you don't need to have separate units. No more than 2 people. It is certified by Microsoft as well as Zoom. So again, what that means is, in this scenario, you would connect this to your computer itself. So via USB, as soon as you connect the device, it will actually automatically select the correct components for your soft client. So if you're on Teams, it would automatically select the camera, it will select the microphones, and it will select the speaker to actually be used for Teams or Zoom. That's the important thing. If it wasn't certified, you'll have to go in manually set it. Again, if you're using it for yourself, it's not a big thing, but it is always recommended that you use products that's certified for Microsoft Teams or Zoom. Other products are also compatible, so don't think you can only use it for those 2 applications. You can use it for Starleave and GoToMeetings and WebEx and several other products on the market. Okay, let's see what else is in this box. Just quickly have a look. I don't want to mess up the packaging. We've got a little bracket kit here. We've got a USB-C to USB-C cable, power supply to power the unit. Comes with a kettle cord, and the unit did not ship with the new South African or the 3-prong adapter, so you'll need to either put a new plug top on here or actually use an adapter. If you really follow the regulations, you're actually not supposed to change that plug top yourself, because electrician needs to do that for you, so you'll need to use an adapter for that. Let me just carefully remove this little sticky here so we can look at this bracket that needs to fix to the underside of that bar. This is the one you're going to use to actually clip onto your monitor. So let me get this little box out of the way so we can only focus on these little things here. So okay, so a little clamp bracket. This is going to be used to actually put that onto your display. If it was me, I would put this in my study or in my work area at home and have a nice big monitor against the wall, and then mount this unit on top of that. If you've got a proper monitor arm that can handle the weight of both the monitor and this unit, that would be a test that I would want to do. Might be able to do that, but as you can see, nice little bracket here which is adjustable, so if your monitor is not that thick, you can just clamp it on there. This, I can probably get my laptop and hook it up, but I wouldn't even want to do that, you know. It's just, if that's the monitor, that's where it's going to stand. So nice little unit. It does come with a 4K camera. It's great, but it's not going to be of any use to you. Again, guys like Microsoft Teams and Zoom at this stage are only using 1080p at 30 frames a second, so which this unit will be able to handle for you. So audio quality, I don't think it's the full spectrum. I think it's about 100 Hz to 24 kilohertz. Can't remember exactly, but I mean, that would be more than sufficient if you look at a traditional call through a soft client. It's got built-in acoustic fencing. What that basically does, it will block out any audio in the background that you don't want to hear during a video call. If it's the same as the Poly Studio, you can actually set the angle of that fence. So if you've got like someone or kitchen or anything close to your study, you know, you can obviously set it to be more focused on your area, and it will block out that audio. The unit can be registered to Poly Lens. Poly Lens is a software application from Poly, where you can actually manage these devices remotely. So I'm going to assume, I'm not sure if this has got the built-in Wi-Fi like the big Poly Studio. It would probably be via the PC. I'm going to assume it's going to have Wi-Fi built in this. So once you register it onto your Wi-Fi, this unit can be provisioned through Poly Lens. Now, why I like that is if you've got a big IT team and you've got several of these units in the field, you know, people might be, you know, throughout the country, you can actually make sure that there's always the latest software on these units, rather than logging into every single person's PC and then updating the devices. Or if, you know, if you've got executives, you need to make sure that the units are always online. You can make sure that you guys check that to see if the unit's online. Otherwise, you know, the executive can't actually have their meeting. So very nice feature from Poly to have the lens option on here. You're not going to have that on the P5, which we spoke about. I can't see that it would be possible at this stage. Potentially later on, if you've got the companion app running on those devices, you can potentially manage it remotely as well. One thing I've missed maybe earlier was, again, on here, because it's used at home, it's got a little privacy option here. It's actually blocked at the moment, so if you turn this thing to the side, it will actually unlock it and you will be able to then use it. So if you ever buy one from us and it's not working, make sure that you've turned this little unit to make sure that you open that shutter, otherwise it will not work at all. So yeah, quite a nice unit. I'm gonna hook it up quickly just to my computer, just to see what the quality is of the camera itself. Not sure if we'll be able to make an audio call today, but you know, we'll probably do another video at a later stage where we can actually listen to the audio. But if I compare this to like a Poly Studio, I mean, I've seen, I mean, even yesterday I had a call with a client where they were complaining that the audio wasn't good in their room, and then we realized that they had a water cooler running, and it created so much noise. When you actually used the laptop, it was impossible to hear the person. But through the Polycom Studio, this is not a bigger collaboration bar with acoustic fans, it blocked out completely the audio. I mean, it was actually absolutely amazing that you can still not hear any background noise. It was a bit of a challenge to actually hear the person because the processing that needs to take place to cancel out that kind of noise, it does cut the audio now and again, but I mean, that's an extreme situation. Most of the time, you won't have that kind of noise in the room itself. So in that case, I mean, we're fixing it, but the best solution for the client would be to replace that water cooler with an air conditioning system that doesn't generate, I think it was about 70 decibels, which is a lot. I mean, that's sort of, you know, like a vacuum cleaner being put next to this thing, blowing the whole time. So great little unit. I think the audio will be great. The camera is probably going to be similar to the normal one. So, but I'm going to hook it up just to see what the camera looks like, and yeah, let's have a look at it quickly. Okay, so we're back now. I've connected up the P15 Poly Studio unit to a monitor. I did mention earlier that I was concerned that the unit will be too heavy for a monitor. We've got a Dell monitor here. I can bring that into the screen for you guys. You can see from the side, it's quite a slim little unit. But, you know, it's quite sturdy. I'm quite impressed that the unit can actually handle that weight. I like the height of the camera because it's actually looking at the person. You know, if your camera is too high and it's looking down, obviously you're not going to have a great experience. And if it's too low, you don't want it to be looking into your nostrils. Okay, so that's definitely not what you want. So another feature I want to show you is actually what I spoke about earlier. If something is certified for, let's say, Microsoft Teams or Zoom, it will automatically select the correct speaker and microphone when you connect to the device. So in this case, we've got a USB-C, so I can connect that straight to my MacBook here, and you'll see actually the source changing automatically when I plug it in. So I'm plugging it in now, and as you can see, it switched to the Poly Studio P15, which is great. And the same would be for the camera. So there's the camera. I mean, I think the quality is absolutely great. I know they say it's limited to 2 people. You can obviously push a bit more people into the shot itself. Don't like it because when you actually bring too many people into the picture, you know, you're going to become so small that you're not going to have that experience that you're looking for. So I'm going to just walk to the back because it's actually got automatic framing as well. So this camera is supposed to track me wherever I go. So let's see how well that works. There you've got it. Okay, so I think that's quite nice. Let me move to the side. It switched to me in my new position. Not a smooth transition, but I mean, obviously you want to get it done as soon as possible. Let's see if how far that would go. I'm out of the shot there, but I mean, from a quality point of view, I mean, if I compare that to my laptop quality, I mean, this you can't compare it to. Let's just switch to that quickly and see what my built-in camera would give us. You know, it's like a yellow color to it. The white balancing on this camera compared to the Poly unit, it's just not as good. Let's go back here. Oh, I mean, it's way better. I would rather have a video conference experience like that than, you know, one from my laptop itself. So yeah, you can't compare the two. Audio pickup, I'm going to walk a bit further away from the unit. You can't see me now in the picture, but I am probably about 3 meters away from this unit at the moment. And, you know, the audio pickup is fantastic. I mean, I'm going to actually walk. I'm now, I would say, about 4 meters away, and that pickup is brilliant. So if you're going to use this in a home study or any other application, you know, in a smaller office environment, again, I won't recommend this for big meeting rooms. You can probably get away with it in a huddle room with 2 to 3 people. That would work quite well. I think the viewing angle is not going to be sufficient because it's only 90 degrees. If you look at the Poly Studio, the bigger units, they can go up to 120 degrees. So, I mean, that would mean, you know, at 90, you know, it's going to cut off quite a lot of people on the side. So don't think you're going to put it with a person sitting in front, table against the TV itself, and then you're going to have 3 people in there. It's probably not going to pick the people up. So, yeah, I'm impressed. I think the quality is absolutely amazing. So that's the P15. Really another great product from Polycom. or Poly. You know, if you guys didn't know, Polycom and Plantronics have merged, and they've come up with the new name Poly. So some people would still refer to equipment as Polycom, but you know, it's Poly is actually their new name. It's been like that for quite some time now. But great product, and yeah, give us a call if you guys got any questions, if you need any assistance with these products or any other products in the Poly range. You know, we can assist you guys with that. This is quite a simple setup. You can probably do it yourself, so you can just order one of these units, connect it up. If you need our professional services, you're more than welcome to reach out to us and we'll assist you with that. So yeah, thank you for your time.